Hello. Good morning, CK.
Good morning, Baske.
Thanks to KK, we are here with two Scram 440s.
Oh, yes.
And like we mentioned in the reel a couple of days ago, is this a worthy successor to the 411? We are here to find out.
Yes, if I take a first stab at it, Baske, I think this is a continuation from where the 411 was.
Yeah, it kind of 411 stopped, and this seems to have picked up from where that ended. However, this is not just another 411, right? There are some things that have been done which have made it quite different, although similar.
So, Baske, when KK popped the keys to you, right? How did you take it initially?
Last couple of years, I have been used to more modern machines. The Himalayan 450, the KTM 390, the Scrambler 400X. So, certain parts of the body, the mind got accustomed to a certain character of an engine. When I sat on this, it took me, say 2-3 kilometers to actually understand and recall, that old memories hidden in the hard disk somewhere of riding the 411. It took me a few minutes to get used to the how to ride this motorcycle. The first thing I said, don't hustle it, don't hustle it, don't hustle it. Because the more I tried to hustle it, the slower it went. Or rather, the slower I was.
True.
Getting stuck in the same gear. It's not shifting, then doing crack, then one jump and one pop. And I was so messed up when I tried to hustle this motorcycle.
I think the beauty in this motorcycle is you ride the torque curve more.
Yeah.
A quick upshifts as well helps you, and then like you're off to the sweet spot of 70, 80, 90, 100.
To use a very loose parallel, like driving a diesel engine.
Huh?
Yeah, would you say that?
Yeah.
Just keep it at the turbo where the boost kicks in, and just keep the same gear, let the RPM drop, know when to, if necessary, shift, but just keep the momentum, keep it rolling.
True.
What is your first impression of the engine, the 440?
When I first thumbed the starter and the engine came to life, I mean, it has mellowed down a lot, be it the exhaust note, be it the engine notes that
combustion clatter, mechanical clatter,
all the ones that the 411 was giving. I don't know. This is a very refined unit.
Yeah, I agree. I felt the same. They have not squeezed more out of it, marginally more on paper. It's like a bigger engine giving the same output. So it feels less stress. And that sixth gear, I was shocked. I shifted into 6 because it's very clear in overdrive. It's just something I could not put even in slightly open stretches in the city. I had to come out of Bangalore to actually slot it into 6th. And I slotted into 6th, and I said, okay, nice and smooth. I must be doing around 80 because there is a RPM and speed correlation in the brain, what I have learned. When I looked down, it was 100 and it was revving so low.
It doesn't stress you out by giving too much of feedback, saying, okay, you are doing high speeds and you're in your comfort zone. Even if you're doing like 90, 100, the bike is like very reassuring.
Yeah, at 100, all the buzz died out. At least on this motorcycle, there was no buzz on the handlebar, nothing on the seat, nothing on the tank, everything. The only feedback I was getting is from the road through the suspension. I was like, is the engine running or not? This is in 6th gear at around between 90 and 105 kilometers per hour. It is super smooth. There is no tach, so I don't know the RPM. It doesn't matter. Since it's not there, it's not there. So we understand to use it the other way. But the 6th gear, I think that is the single biggest improvement on this motorcycle. The 411 used to scream a bit. After 100, you could feel the RPM. This is...
I mean, like the engine had it, but then it wasn't maximized to the output wasn't maximized. I think in this motorcycle, they've done it really good. 6th gear, you slot it. I was able to slot it only when I was like around 60, 70 and above. Only then I could feel the thing.
I think that's even marginal. I went up to 70 before I put it into
6.
I felt that's when it was more comfortable. Yeah. Okay, we need to address the elephant in this reel, that is the top case and the side cases. The reason we put it on is because to understand how the motorcycle behaves with these hard luggages and this kind of weight sitting on top and this kind of weight sitting a bit low but wide. It is in the interest of those who are interested to travel with hard cases, and that's okay. Personally, CK and I do not like hard cases. There are advantages, and if you wish to use a hard case, please go ahead. It is not that we stop anybody, discourage you. Preference is for soft luggage. We rode it with the luggage, without the luggage. I felt some change with the luggage. The handling was definitely a bit different. Nothing that kind of put me off or imbalanced my riding.
Yes, same here, Paske. I don't like the top box, but it's okay. When I put it on the load, when I was using it in the city, I think it was okay. Rather than I think it was perfectly fine. I didn't find too much of the imbalance sort of a thing. The other thing that actually struck me when I saw the motorcycle with the top case and motorcycle with the side cases, I was like, okay, this can double up as a tourer as well.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the gap that the 411 has left. Old school motorcycle, an old school thumper was missing in the segment. Now it is here with some touring capability. An interesting thing is the rear rack. This was this has been designed specifically for this motorcycle and capable officially of a top case. The 411 was not officially capable of carrying a top case.
You mean the Scram 411?
No, even the Himalayan 411. Yeah, Himalayan 411, though it had a rack, it was not designed for a top case. That is why Royal Enfield did not make a top case available for the 411.
Okay.
It was all aftermarket manufacturers came up. The frame has been reinforced to an extent. So officially a top case is available under top rack. Yes, it doesn't mean that we can put a third person on it and carry. We still need to keep the weight limit in check and enjoy the ride responsibly. So that's a positive. However, it's either the side case or the top case.
So they won't.
Yeah, it cannot. The combination is not possible. So you have to choose which one is more useful for you: a top case and throw a soft luggage, or a set of hard panniers with a soft roll bag. So it's a choice you have to make. So both cannot be installed. CK, although this is an existing design, some tweaks have been done. So generally, what do you think about the tweaks?
I think they've spruced it up to keep up with today's times, and it does. They haven't worked itself too much, or neither is the bike trying to show off too much.
Yeah.
I like the way they presented it with the tricolors. With it's come out well.
Yeah, they changed it without changing it.
Yeah,
it's the same classic designs. We have spoken about this several times. There are some designs that stand the test of time. This looked good when it came out in 2016. 9 years later, it still looks good, doesn't look outdated.
it's a classic design,
It's a classic
right?
design,
Paske?
exactly. This is an enduring design that can hold its own. So nothing much has been done. Fit, finish, paint quality, a few aspects have been changed and improved, and yeah, that's about what we can say about the looks. So CK,
Paske?
who is this Scram 444? Who do you think could buy this and enjoy for what it is?
I think this is possibly for the riders who have the 411 or who have the Bullet, the UCE engine folks, and who want to, have that small update or an upgrade if in case of a UCE engine Bullet guys, with a little bit more comfort, a little bit more of suspension. I think this motorcycle is ideally for them.
Yeah, this is for somebody who doesn't want to leave this ecosystem, or rather, let's say somebody who is enjoying this type of motorcycle, an old school thumper, air cooled,
Yeah.
minimum tech. Many fall in love with that kind of a thing, and we are still in love with it, although for other reasons we have kind of learning to experience, understand different motorcycles and different tech. So this is for somebody from 411. Yes, definitely. Yes, some will say it is not a step big enough, but then why is it that every time you have to take a big step? Not necessary, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to take a small step, which will endure for another several years and enjoy the motorcycle. And it is for somebody who has a balance of usage between city commuting, a bit of highway touring, and a bit of some stuff like this. So this is a kind of, again, coming back to that term, jack of all trades, right?
Yeah, do it all.
Yeah, do it all.
Yeah, do it all. Because when I took it for the city commute, I was like very comfortable. I could maneuver this. So it's a proper do it all. Even on the highways today morning,
Yeah.
it was easily, putting out 100, 105.
Yes, it doesn't have a windscreen. However, even on the 411, that windscreen was not doing a great job. In fact, it was throwing more onto the helmet. Whatever little could have gone to the torso was kicked up onto the visor. I got rid of the visor on my 411. Rather have a consistent wind right from the top of my head up to the torso, than have everything hitting and buffeting my head. So I don't think anybody will really miss the windscreen on this. And I'm sure some aftermarket, some fitting will come if at all somebody needs a windscreen. And the biggest change is the tubeless peace of mind, which many seek. That thing, put it out of your mind. You can enjoy the tubeless reliability in this motorcycle. So CK, what are the few things which you think could be better on this motorcycle? I have a couple of things.
Few things that I feel could have been improved. I think the seat.
Yeah.
I felt the seat could have been better. When I was standing and riding, the side panels.
Intrusive, right?
Yeah.
It's got a bulge now.
It's got a bulge now.
Previous panel was flat. The
Flat.
side panel, this has got a bulge. So kind of my calf gets stuck there and I'm not able to bring my top of my leg, the knees closer together.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
so
felt
the
that.
411 Himalayan fits in this.
I think we can just put that panel and get the
There you go.
standing posture out of the way. Yeah, the weight, I'm glad you mentioned it right away at the start, because I felt it that initially felt the front a bit heavy. It's a big fat 19-inch. So it seems to have a little more weight on the front, simply because, again, which motorcycles I have been riding recently, the 390 and the KLX. You are with the Himalayan, so it didn't, but it was just a few kilometers and then it felt normal. It's just that initial switch, the difference stands out and then slowly it fades away.
True. True.
Gears, I would not say they were smooth, nor would I call them very notchy, but it required a certain bit of effort to click into the next.
Effort lesser than the 411.
Oh, it's same, just like the 411.
Yeah?
It's the same. I don't think the effort has changed from compared to the 411. Since they did something to the gearbox, put a 6-speed and did some changes, I wish it could have been a little more smooth, easier to shift.
Yeah, I think in that ways, the Himalayan 450 is still the standard.
The gearbox wise, that is the market standard, the benchmark. So I guess you've been spoiled. I have been spoiled to a little extent also. So that's a place where I wish there could have been some improvement. Other than that, I don't know, because I accept this motorcycle for what it is. I'm not chasing spec sheet. I'm not chasing top speed. I'm not chasing acceleration figures or drag, 400-meter drag timings. When I am clear with what I want and I'm clear with what this motorcycle delivers, I think the synergy is going to be ideal. Yeah. Bottom line, CK, what do you think of this iteration, the effort, the time, money, resource that I have put into this motorcycle?
This motorcycle makes a perfect use case for a single bike garage because it can do everything that you ask for it. beat the city commute. I didn't feel the engine heat, by the way. I understand Bangalore is a bit
Yeah,
cool,
it's a bit cool now. Yeah.
but I didn't feel the engine heat, even though, it was like a good 18 kilometers of hard commute in chock-a-block traffic. I didn't feel it. I find it very easy on the highways as well. Easy cruising of around 90, 100 without breaking a sweat. No wipes felt. A bit of off-roading that if we can call this as off-roading or trail riding, yes, this was able to take it up.
So if you're a fan of thumpers, not a great fan of a lot of tech, and you are not a spec sheet chaser, this is something you could take a test ride, understand better, and then make your choice.
But one thing that stands out for me on this motorcycle, Busky, the levers.
Yeah?
I've
Both-
gotten over my OCD.
OCD, yeah, he's got an OCD because normally on many motorcycles, the vendor for the brake is different from the vendor for the clutch lever. And no matter what design they provide, the feel is different, the profile is different, which can be felt with the fingertips.
Yeah.
So he's got that OCD. Now he's happy that both have the same profile. Well done, CK. You have spotted something. Take a test ride, find out what it does, understand what it is. It delivers for what it is, and that's it. So enjoy your rides.
It's a mature proposition.